Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, hi, my name is Dana. I upload a new video once a week, so if you haven't already, now is a great time to subscribe to my channel. I have my monthly Sips by unboxing for you today. We're gonna open up this guy for the month of June. Ta-da! So of course we have our June teas postcard. And on this side, it has all the information on what teas are in the box, but I like to be surprised, so I'm going to put it to the side. Then of course we have our disposable tea filters. Every Sips by box comes with these. They are just like make your own tea bag sort of deals, and then the bag that they're in is actually a reusable like cloth tea bag. And then of course the teas. So the one right on top, this is really cool. It's a brand called the Irie Cup, and it's a Japanese sencha, which you can't go wrong. I love me a straight green tea, and I love a Japanese green tea especially. It's like really nice and like green tasting, a little oceanic because it comes from an island after all. And it's exciting because the Irie Cup actually sells their products at my friend's art gallery. I have a friend who owns an art gallery and she sells this brand of tea there. So I think they're super local to where I live because they like go to events at her gallery. Hopefully I can meet them one day during one of their events, but she sells their tea at her store. Like they have a partnership. So when I saw this, when I like took my little sneaky peek into my box when it first arrived, I saw this and I had to text her right away and be like, oh my God, look who I got in my Sips by box. And she said, yeah, I'm pretty sure they're going places. They're like on the up and up. They're growing as a brand. And they're a Black owned brand, which, you know, here we're always looking to support our Black owned tea brands. I don't think I'll try this one today because it's a Japanese sencha. I already know I'll love it. And I'll probably do this as like a morning tea because I love a green tea in the morning. But really cool. I did not expect to see them in my Sips by box. Like, what are the odds that my friend knows this brand and like works with them and then I receive stuff from them? That's really cool. So then I see this Nepal tea, organic black tea. So this one misses the mark for me because I'm not crazy about straight black teas. I haven't got one in a while though. I'm sure I can like find a use for this, and I'm sure it's an awesome brand. It's a brisk black tea with fruity and floral aromas with hints of caramel. So it sounds good. Maybe I'll try straight black teas again. Like it's been a while since I've like tried it. So maybe like my tastes have changed and I'll really enjoy it. Hopefully. So, you know, I'm gonna keep an open mind. This is by the brand Nujo Roasted Root Brew. And look how it looks. It's like these tiny little pieces, but it's not black tea. Because when I first saw this, I thought it was like a CTC black tea, like the little tiny like cut, tear, curl method, where it's more like granules, but it's not. It's actually organic chicory root, organic quinoa, organic MTC coconut oil, organic orange peel, organic allspice, and organic clove. So this sounds really interesting with all the spices, like with the orange peel, allspice, clove. I think this one is a good one for fall, so I might save this and do a tea review once we're in the cozy season again. And then we have another Chez Lulu. This is a in-house brand of Sips by, and it's like Parisian cafe inspired. I've really enjoyed all of the ones from this brand that I've tried so far, all of the teas from Chez Lulu. So I want to try this today. And it's a Sips by exclusive, so you can only get Chez Lulu from the Sips by website. And I've really liked all of them so far. It's like a really desserty, like French cafe inspired tea. They had like a chocolate mint macaron and a vanilla eclair green tea that was delicious. So I want to get this steeping, and then we can look like what's in it, but this is the Croquembouche au chocolat. So chocolate croquembouche. A croquembouche is like, in my opinion, the epitome of elegance. If you get married and have like croquembouche at your wedding, you are a fancy lady or guy. But it's like a pyramid of cream puffs. There's like caramel drizzled around it. It's so elegant. I'll pop up a picture because you gotta see it. But this is a croquembouche, like a chocolate croquembouche tea, and it smells Christmassy. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it steeping, and then we can like see what it's all about. I already have looked at the brand Chez Lulu before, but we'll definitely take a look at the tea. So just pouring in our hot water, and then we'll set it to the side, let it steep while we have a nice little chat about croquembouche au chocolat. So it says, Bienvenue à Chez Lulu, a secret tea patisserie found only by those who wander the winding streets of Paris without a map. Inside, a towering chocolate croquembouche with just a hint of sweetness. This puer tea, flavored with cinnamon, chocolate, and creamy cocoa butter, is très délicieux, with a perfectly delicate flavor reminiscent of the finest baked confections. So it's puer tea, chocolate flakes, white cocoa butter splits, cinnamon, apple bits, caramel bits, almond bits, flavor, safflower petals, and contains nuts and dairy, of course. So to me, like when I think of a croquembouche, I definitely do think of like the caramel, because it is like, you know, that fancy like caramel, like almost like a cage of caramel around this thing. But I also think of like the cream inside the cream puff, like the custard or the like whipped cream. And I think of course, like the pastry dough. And then if it does have some like chocolate sauce on it, of course. So I feel like the cinnamon is almost like missing the mark for me a little bit. Like I'm not really understanding like why there's cinnamon in this. It smells Christmassy. It kind of has like that Christmas nuts kind of vibe, like the Christmas market cinnamon almonds. So I'm a little confused about that, but I definitely see the cinnamon. And honestly, the puer, because puer is like a really deep, earthy, like fermented black tea. So I'm like, how does that play into like cream puffs and caramel? But I think that richness might kind of play into like the richness of a delicious cream puff. Cause I think like, I'm thinking light and airy, like I'm thinking cream puffs are like these light, airy, like beautiful things. But I guess there are some that the dough is a little more rich. And if it does have custard inside it instead of whipped cream, it is quite rich. So I'm hoping that it'll all come together and just give me that like cream puff dream flavor I'm imagining. I don't think I've ever like eaten a croquembouche, and you know what? I may have never even seen one in real life. So I'm gonna have to remedy that and find me a place where I can at least see a croquembouche, because it's just such a fancy thing. I used to always see them on like Food Network and like baking challenge things, you know, stuff like that, like Great British Baking Show. I think when I watched that one Christmas, they may have made croquembouche. But I do love me a good cream puff. So I have like looked at Chez Lulu. I've talked about them before, I think in a couple videos, and they're really fabulous. It's a Sips by in-house brand, like I said. Also, I think if you Google Chez Lulu tea, I'm pretty sure you'll see my face on one of my reviews comes up. So let's look. Yeah, so if you go here, you Google Chez Lulu tea and you scroll down, there I am. That was when I reviewed the macaron menthe chocolat tea. So it's like a chocolate mint macaroon, but really, really good. Ooh, so there is a new Chez Lulu tea, and it's an almond, it's a butter almond croissant tea, and that sounds right up my alley. Sips by gives like about 4 cups worth of tea in each tea package. So it's a really good way to kind of try different things. This one smells so familiar. Like it definitely smells like something I've had before, and I'm not sure it would have like hit me as a cream puff croquembouche type thing from the smell, but let's see what it tastes like. So let's go ahead and remove our tea infuser. I could have probably let it steep longer because it is a pu'er tea. It's not super sensitive or anything, but I'm excited to try it. So let's go ahead and try it. Ooh. I definitely get like that rich kind of dough, like the pot au choux dough, which is redundant to say because pot au choux I think means dough. But I definitely taste like that richness. And I get the cinnamon. I don't really understand the cinnamon still. I mean, I guess it sort of adds like a note of depth to it. But also I've never had a cinnamon cream puff. I've only had regular custard or whipped cream filled pot au choux, you know. So I don't know if the cinnamon was fully necessary because I'm not really getting the chocolate either. It's good though, I like it. And there's something like so Christmassy about it. I think the combination of the cinnamon and the pu'er tea, like it's all very rich and desserty. But I think the cinnamon is what really brings it into like a Christmassy feel. Which honestly I don't mind. It's cozy vibes. It's a really nice desserty tea. If you love desserty teas, you'll definitely want to check out Chez Lulu, and Sips by also has a in-house brand called Cookie Tea that has like cookie inspired teas. That's really awesome as well. As for me, like my favorite of the Chez Lulu is still definitely the vanilla eclair green tea. So I'd probably take a pass on this one if like I was just shopping for myself. But that's the beauty of getting a tea subscription box, is you get to try things that you wouldn't have tried. Like if I saw this tea online, I don't think I would have been like, ooh, like I'm gonna get that. Like maybe the name Croquembouche, I would have been intrigued, but I think once I saw like pu'er tea, cinnamon, like I would have probably been like, no thanks. So it's really a nice opportunity to get to try all these things that I wouldn't have otherwise tried. So I'm always so grateful to Sips by. They are amazing for sending me these boxes every single month, in exchange for me telling all of you and showing you what I got. I don't have to do a video like an unboxing. I just have to mention them at some point, but I love to like open these together and share my my reactions with you and try some of the teas together. But really nice box, not so crazy about the straight black tea, but that's all right. It sounds interesting for a straight black tea, like those notes in it sound really good. So I think I will like give it a chance at least. And then so excited to see the Irie cup. But I hope you guys liked seeing my Sips by box for the month of June. Let me know in the comments what you're drinking lately. I know summer can be weird for tea, especially if you're like me and you're really not that into iced tea. I drink hot tea all year. So let me know what you guys have been drinking lately. Is it tea? Is it iced coffee? Is it LaCroix? What have you been liking? But anyway, I hope you and your families are all staying safe and healthy. I hope you're having a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.